Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. I don't know why I pointed at my silly shirt when I said I am Van, and now we are all the LFR family. What we like to do over here is just have a good time, focus on the joys of life, focus on the positive, the optimistic parts of life. I mean, be optimistic about life and not focus on the bull sugar honey iced tea that goes on in this world and country. Now, I asked a question on Twitter. I said, what is an election denier? I've been hearing that term often. And that term seems to be specifically referring to conservatives. And I'm like, why are they only, because they will say, seems there was no red wave for the election deniers. So they're putting all conservatives in a box. And I'm trying to figure out why. And I asked the question on Twitter, and people have been answering my questions. Of course, I got attacked by a couple of people. It's this one person, every time I post something on Twitter, she loves to come at my jugular. She loves to say something about the way I ask my questions. And her name is Soul Sister. What's up, Soul Sister? You see Soul Sister right there? See my broken screen? Yeah, my broken little screen that well, my screen isn't broken. It's my screen. It's my this little screen saver or whatever you call it, the glass that goes over top of it. But her name is Soul Sister, and she always picking on me. I think she's a Twitter freedom fighter, but I love her because she's dope. All right, so we're about to check out my man who's asking people on the streets about denying elections, and he's asking specifically Democrats this question. He's saying the Democrats deny elections. Let's see if we can ask him about that and if they will man up. His name is James Klug, one of the two. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Not gonna waste any more time anyway. So y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. Let's get to it.
Your examples of the Democrats doesn't ring a bell to me. So
tens of millions of dollars investigating Trump-Russia collusion, that doesn't ring a bell? What about Joe Biden saying that the 2016 election wasn't legitimate? Is that election denying or no?
It's not. He asked you a legitimate question. It would be awesome if people were, even when you're put in a spot and you're made to, somebody just let you know that you're also one of the people that you're calling someone else. You know what I mean? They're just putting the mirror up to your face. That's it.
What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. A big catchphrase that Democrats have used since 2020 is election denier, but the reality is Democrats haven't accepted the results of an election since before the year 2000, but they seem to have memory hold this fact. So today we're going to go remind them. Let's go talk to some people right now are saying that election deniers are on the ballot, many of which are potentially going to be elected, and Democrats are saying that is a threat to democracy. I want to know, do you agree with that?
Oh, I think what's going on with the Republicans is definitely a threat to democracy. And I'm an independent.
A lot of Democrats are talking about election deniers being on the ballots, many of which potentially getting elected, and they're saying that that is a threat to democracy. Do you agree with the Democrats?
Yes, totally.
Do you agree with that?
Yep, I certainly do. And I even think there should be a law that they can't even run, is what I think.
Of course I agree with that. They are election deniers, but they're running an election. Should we deny their election?
totally agree with that.
Totally agree with that.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
What's so dope about what he's doing? He's setting people up. He is setting people up. Yeah, James, you are James Klug. You are setting people up, bro, and rightfully so, because you need to let them feel comfortable first. So, do you agree with that? Absolutely, I agree with that. I believe that they should be arrested and they can't run for office either. Should we deny their elections? And then he's going to twist it on them, and then they're going to be upset. Oh, you son of a beep!
Threat to democracy.
Not really. I mean, I think democracy is fairly strong, so, but everybody has an opinion, so they're right to their opinion.
Well, look, here's what it is. If
Yeah,
the Republicans win, they're going to deny the election. They're going to not deny the election. If they lose, they're going to deny the election. I mean, that's the way it's going to be.
I got a question for you then. Okay, so we see Republicans as being election deniers. Do we also see Democrats as being election deniers?
No, not so much. We're much more into democracy.
So you believe that Republicans are denying elections?
Yes.
Do you also believe that Democrats are denying elections?
No, not really. I wouldn't say all Republicans, but several Republicans, a scary amount of them.
Good amount. These Republicans are being looked at as election deniers. Is that correct?
Correct.
Do you also believe that Democrats can be election deniers or no?
Well, anybody can.
Do you believe that they are being election deniers or no?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
Well, I think the majority of the election deniers are Republican. I don't think there are a whole lot of Democrats that I can think of off my top
Well,
of my head.
they didn't have reason to, right?
The current White House press secretary denying the 2016 and 18 election?
I haven't paid any
don't know.
attention to that. I
Couldn't
haven't
speak to
heard
that.
her.
Yeah, come on now. If y'all pay attention to politics, y'all know this. Me, I wouldn't know this, but you all would know this. Don't do that. When somebody put a mirror in your face, come on, look. Just look and acknowledge what you see. That's it. That's it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I see a little bit of grays over there. I got a gray right here. Yeah, you're right. I do have some grays. I see some new wrinkles as well. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Talking about that.
Have Democrats not done the same thing in
Not
2016,
not-
2004, 2000?
Not nearly to the same extent. Not even close. I mean, not even close.
What about
They're
Stacey
always-
Abrams? Is she an election denier, running
No,
for governor in
Well,
2018 in Georgia?
You know what? I happen to admire her a lot.
You admire her denying an election, but you don't admire anyone else denying an election. Okay, this is fresh.
Denied the results of that election in
She did
2018.
initially- She did initially, and then she congratulated the winner.
She did initially, and then now her official stance is that she didn't deny in 2018. So she's actually technically an election denier.
She's an election. Yes, that's probably a good. But don't we have a right to change our minds?
Oh my gracious!
I think
How
so.
come Trump didn't change his mind? Are you a Trump person?
I don't mind him as much. I don't mind him that much.
I think he's horrible. I think he's the worst president, the worst person.
I don't necessarily
we've
want to
ever seen.
fixate just on him because my point is,
But
Hillary
he's the head of
Clinton.
the Republican Party.
Hillary Clinton denied the results of the 2018 election.
But not
She
to
also
the extent-
denied the
it's all about
2016
extent.
election.
It's all
To
about
what
the
extent?
To the extent.
She never conceded the 2016 election.
Oh yeah, she didn't. She didn't even come out and say anything.
Yes, she did ultimately.
No, she didn't ultimately. She did, and then she didn't again.
You can have the election stolen from you. Hillary Clinton warns 2020 Democrats. Yeah, that sounds like denying an election, me. I don't know. What about y'all?
Okay.
I mean, we have ex-president Jimmy Carter that denied the 2016 election, saying that it was, basically.
I don't recall that. I'm sorry.
Would you like to see? I have a video of that if you'd like to see it.
But I'm talking about. Well, yeah, I'm thinking about when
Right here?
Al Gore lost and when who was it?
Well, right here, he's saying that if you want to listen to it,
No, not right now. But
you don't want
it's
to.
like-
And I think they.
Of course you don't want to listen to her right now. You're not. I was out here walking, trying to feel good about myself, taking some vitamin D, with this hat on. And I don't want to hear or see anything that's going to make me feel less than a genius. I was feeling good about myself until we had this conversation. I want to continue this, if that's okay. So no, don't prove me wrong.
The interference, although not yet quantified, if fully investigated, would show that Trump didn't actually win the election in 2016. He lost the election, and he was put into office because the Russians interfered.
Yeah.
The Russians helped Trump win. It was not a legitimate election. So that's what Jimmy Carter said. That's just one Democrat.
Sure.
Is that an election denier?
That would be an election denier because, I think there's times when there's foreign interference. That's a problem.
The reason why I'm talking about this, our current White House press secretary said that the 2018 election was stolen from Stacey Abrams. She was doing the gubernatorial race in Georgia. Is that an election denier or no?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I didn't follow that one as close. I mean, I know who Stacey Abrams is, and I would have liked to have seen her.
This is a tweet from Karine Jean-Pierre. That's the current White House press secretary. This says, stolen emails, stolen drones, stolen election. Welcome to the world of President Trump. Unprecedented Trump.
Yeah, that sounds like she's saying that he did not win that election fair and square. It sounds to me, and it looks to me, and I'm looking at this right now. Stolen emails, yeah, that don't mean fair. Stolen drone, that don't mean fair. Stolen election, That is denying that the election was fair and square. So that is election denier. This young lady right here just need to use her context clues and just make a decision. It's okay to look foolish, guys. It's quite all right to be like, oh, you know what? You got me. You got me. Thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. I never paid attention to it. I got lost in the sauce and was drinking the Kool-Aid, just listening to people who support my views only, and I wasn't paying attention to how goofy we were looking at the same time. My bad. My bad.
That was her denying the 2016 election, and then for 2018 we have a tweet from her. Reminder: Brian Kemp stole the gubernatorial election from Georgians and Stacey Abrams.
And this is someone who speaks up for the current president. Like, this is literally the person who speaks up for him every single day. Press secretary, right? That's what she is. So come on, guys. Come on.
That looked like an election denier.
Yes.
So far, I mean, if you watch the news and everything, it's mostly been the Republicans doing it.
Stacey Abrams in 2018.
Okay, no.
There's that one example maybe,
Yeah,
but across the board,
That's that one example, maybe. Okay, you gave us 2. Okay, that's 2. Okay, you gave us 3. Okay, that's 3 examples. Okay, you gave us 20. Okay, that's 20. But come on. Okay, you gave us 50. All right, now 50. But you can't talk about.
there's more on the Republican side.
You have to understand why she did it.
Well, really quick.
Yeah.
2016.
Yeah.
Democrats, Trump-Russia collusion. That was 4 years. All we heard was Trump-Russia collusion.
That was the news media there.
Joe Biden said that. Well, Joe Biden said that Trump is an illegitimate president. Hillary Clinton, the current White House press secretary, said that 2016 election was illegitimate, and 2018. So are Democrats doing it as well?
No.
Are those election deniers?
No.
Come on, lady. You heard what he was saying. You're just waiting to talk. I do not like those type of conversations. I'm speaking to you, and listen. Yeah, we're coming from 2 different ways of looking at things, right? But something that I would love to do. All right, and if we want to make this a conversation, when I speak, you listen. All right, then you respond to what I said. When you speak, I listen. Then I respond to what you said. That's how that go. You can't just listen or hear me talking, but not listen to what I'm saying, and you're just waiting for me to shut up so you can say whatever's already on your mind. That's not a conversation.
When Trump won,
Go ahead.
they conceded. Nobody said Trump
Who conceded?
cannot. Well, Trump won the presidency, not that conceded, but
Hillary Clinton didn't concede that election.
No. Hillary, no. She did. Oh. Yes, she did. She came out. She conceded very, very eloquently. She conceded. But they said Russia. They didn't say that it was. They were not election deniers. They said that Russia, China is now, again, is doing it. Did you see that?
When did she concede it?
All right, let me show you.
So 2019.
I would love for main man that's with her, because I get it, main man. Whoever's that guy that's with her right now, I get it. You trying to close the deal. You want some a little later. You want to make some sweet, memories with her. And let's just say that. So you're not going to say anything to make her look foolish, but you're sitting there like, come on. I want to say it, but, because you can see he's not saying, no, she didn't concede. But you can definitely see that he's not going to say, yes, she did concede. Because if he does that, he's not going to be making those sweet memories later. I'm just saying.
Clinton dismissed Trump as an illegitimate president.
Yes,
2019, she also said
She gave
2016 was stolen.
No. The
So that's after.
2016 was. She did concede, correct?
No.
She did concede.
Conceding isn't going back on conceding.
No.
What about Stacey Abrams running for governor?
No.
Denied 2018. Hillary Clinton said it was an unfair election as well.
Hillary?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just giving you guys a couple examples. The reason why I'm bringing this stuff up is because are both parties denying elections when people lose or no?
I think the majority of people that are denying elections are on the Republican side of things.
Currently. I don't know.
On the ultra-conservative side of Republicans.
Do you think that was expressed in 2016 with basically every single major Democrat denying that election result?
I don't recall.
No.
Yeah, I don't really remember it. I don't remember it being as prevalent in the news as it is now.
Come on, it was. Everyone was rushing emails, Russian. Come on, y'all remember that. Come on. Y'all was like, he stole it. He used them. He used them to attack us. He used them attacking, stealing, emailing, and stealing us. He stole it.
Now.
Okay. Would you guys like to see an example of, like, Jimmy Carter denying that election result, saying it was stolen by the Russians working with Trump?
Would I like to see that?
Yeah.
No.
You don't want to see that?
No.
Didn't make big news about that, I don't think.
Is that a problem with the media?
Yes.
Possibly. I didn't know about a lot of denied elections before that.
Trump-Russia collusion, there was tens of millions of dollars investigating him. Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton didn't concede that election. People say that she did. She did once, but then she went back to not conceding it.
You're right.
Joe Biden also said it was stolen. A lot of top Democrats, including Jimmy Carter. If you guys would like to, I would love to, if you have like 10 seconds, I could show you a video of Jimmy Carter saying the election was stolen from Hillary Clinton, ex-president saying that.
No, I believe
that's
that.
pretty substantial. That's pretty substantial.
There were those comments.
Yeah.
What about Joe?
See, finally we got a daggone couple that says, you know what, yeah. And the lady was like, yeah, I did hear them comments, so yeah. We just got to admit, guys, we got to admit that each side play the same games, meaning that if they see something that they believe is wrong or they just can't accept the outcome and they're a little butthurt, as my girl Candace Owens says, they might not accept it, period. Not until they run their own investigation and then they realize, okay, all right, it was pretty legit. Or they might realize, yo, that was stolen. The numbers don't add up. It wasn't that many people didn't vote. That many people, the dead people are voting? You mean to tell me that dead people are voting? Really? Come on. Where y'all getting these votes from? Oh, we got people going from poll to poll to poll to poll to poll. Yeah, I'm just going to be quiet, though.
Joe Biden saying that the 2016
business.
election wasn't legitimate. Is that election denying or no? What is?
The way she thinks. That's what she's saying. This is BS. She's talking about the way she thinks is BS.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
She just storms off as if he was wrong. She was the one that was wrong, and she got mad.
Right on.
All I can say is, if the Republicans lose, they're going to deny it. Period.
Would Democrats not do the same thing? Because
No.
You don't think so?
No, most of them will not. There will be a few, probably, of course. I mean, there are some people that probably will be stupid and do that.
gosh.
And there are still people in the Republican Party that are whining about, oh my God, the Democrats didn't win. Now that to me is just stupid.
The last
Stupid.
3 elections that a Republican won the presidency, Democrats challenged the electoral vote
And who
every
doesn't?
single time.
And who doesn't? And what Republicans didn't check
Would you
the-
call that denying election if you're
No.
challenging the results?
No, absolutely not.
What would you call it then, young lady?
Deniers, denying election has been a topic, has been after 2020 and Trump. Before that, I've never heard, no. I've never.
No. She loved to say, no. As you can clearly see, her boyfriend said, no. I'm not banning these anymore because I can see that my hot date don't know what the hell she's talking about. Look, I'm going to go over here and get us a couple of snow cones. You want one? Because I'm going to make sure that I make some sweet memories later. All right? You can go ahead and deal with that guy. And when you're done, I'm going to say all the things that you want to hear. I'm going to say, that guy he was an asshole. He was a jerk. Okay? He was trying to bully you. He was trying to clip you up. He was trying to trick you. That's what he was trying to do the whole time. Yeah, I saw it. I was going to say something, but you know my temper. If I would have said something, the next thing you know, I would have been beating on him and I would have been arrested and that would have messed up our afternoon, right? I take up for you anytime, huh? Yeah, so I got you a cherry snow cone. Let's go ahead and make some sweet memories.
Never heard this being because I'm not
No.
done. I've never heard this being a problem. So
I have 150 plus examples of Democrats denying election results right here. Would you like to look at some of them?
no.
She said no. Of course not.
You mentioned that it's largely happening on the right. Every single major Democrat has denied the 2016, 2018 pretty much election in recent history. I just don't think it was covered that much, but I can give you countless examples if you'd like.
Just based on the fact that your examples of the Democrats doesn't ring a bell to me. So
Tens of millions of dollars investigating Trump-Russia collusion, that doesn't ring a bell?
Well, yes, that does, but it just it
Yes.
doesn't seem to it didn't seem to be as prevalent as what we're hearing
That's
now.
pretty substantial.
Yeah, I hear you. It was. I just hadn't thought about it in a long time.
Fair enough.
Well, who did it start with? With Trump. And if you're a Trump supporter, I don't talk to Trump supporters. I'm sorry.
Democrats denied the 2000 election, the 2004
No,
election,
no,
the
but we never
2016
had a
election, the
problem.
2018 election.
We never had a problem that we have right now after 2020.
What's the
never
problem?
had a problem. What is the problem right now?
Yeah, just to clarify what you're talking about.
Okay, so if you don't know the problem,
Why don't you tell me the problem instead of me reading your mind? What are you talking about? You're just saying election denying in general?
Deniers and everybody that's saying that after 2016, the talk was that Russia meddled in our election, and that's what the investigation that Russia made, and they found
Literally nothing. You're denying the legitimacy of the election in 2016 right now.
I've never said that. I've said they have
You're getting pretty close.
investigation. Well, you know what? I don't like Trump.
I just see it as like if we're going to deny our elections, that's a major problem for democracy.
I think it's fascinating that we see more of Republicans doing it, because there's no denying that Republicans do it. There's definitely a difference between the reporting on it, I would say. Would you agree with that, or do you disagree with that?
Yeah, especially more recently. Yeah, I think it's way more has been made of the 2020 presidential election.
Yeah,
I would say that's by a long ways. Yeah.
Do you guys blame Republicans for that? Or you blame the media for highlighting that more?
I don't know. I think I think
you said media.
I did.
You know, I hate to think that anybody is denying the elections, but it's obvious that they are. Are both sides doing it? I don't know. You know, they say one thing, do something else. Actions speak louder than words.
Okay.
She just now did a Kamala on us. You know that, right? She just now did a Kamala. That was a clear Kamala, what she did. That was a clear Kamala. What you call it, a word salad? That was a clear Kamala. I'm going to throw a couple of cliches at you and just leave it there. Let's see how James responds to that.
So you don't know that both sides are denying elections, or you do think so?
I do not believe both sides are.
I have over 150 examples of Democrats denying election results. Would you like to look at that or no?
No.
As I said, here's the big thing. If the Republicans win, they're going to say, oh, everything is fine and it was a fair election. If the Republicans lose, they're going to say, oh, no, it was not a fair election and all these people were voting that shouldn't have voted, and we really won. Mark my words, Tuesday.
What about the current White House press secretary? She denied the 2016 and the 2018 election. Would you like to see the tweets of her denying those elections?
Then I disagree with that. I think we have an election process, including being able to challenge what you've got. But once it's challenged, and once it's been settled, especially in the courts, it's done. It's done. It's over. And the Republicans aren't going to do that. So
the problem is we all like to feel like winners, and because we like to feel like winners, we don't like to watch the opposition's news at all. We don't like to watch the opposition's news. We like to feel like winners. That's it. And when we are winning, whenever we're winning, we want to go over and watch the opposition so we can see them cry. We want to see them make up excuses. We want to see them deny that we won. But when we lose, we stay away from the opposition. Reason why is because we don't want to see them poking fun. We don't want to see them calling us stupid for believing in the candidate that lost. And we like to do things that make us feel good. So when you have these people saying, well, they didn't talk about a whole lot. I mean, that news was not anything that I saw. I didn't hear a whole lot about that. Well, the reason why you didn't hear a whole lot about that is because your guy lost. Your guy lost, and you did not want to hear anything. So you didn't tune in to the opposition's networks at all. You did not want to hear it. It's like la 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 la. I see you in 4 years. La 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 la. You don't want to hear anything, because you are upset. You're depressed. You're anxious now because it's so many different things. That's simply what it is. Honestly, that's what it is. Can you tell me what else it could be? I think that's what it is, man. We just stay away from it if we are not winners. If we're not winners, we don't want to hear what the opposition has. I mean, we don't want to hear what the opposition has to say. When we are winners, we want to see y'all cry. We will eat popcorn while you make up excuses over and over and over. Like, look at them, they crying. And then not only that, we don't even have to go to the opposition's channels anymore or their networks, because the networks that we watch will report on the opposition and say, look at them, they're denying that we won. We're winners, they're losers. They can't stop talking about us. Look, guys, y'all need to go out and celebrate because we did our thing, and look at them, they're still crying. That's what they do all the time. Nobody wants to feel bad. So we stay away from the good news of our enemy. And when we winning, we want to see the enemy, and because the enemy is not walking around celebrating, and that makes us feel good. It makes us feel good. And even if we don't want to go to their side and gloat, we do want to look at our own networks over and over and over again. It's like having $1 million in the bank. How many times do you think you're going to check that bank account a day? Versus having $100 in the bank. How many times you going to check your bank account a day? It's the same exact thing, man. And these people will not, they won't admit to it. I don't think, do they know? Maybe they do know, just don't know how to communicate it. But at the end of the day, yeah, I believe that's what it is.
If you're a Republican,
I also have 150 plus examples of Democrats denying election results. Would you like to see those? Any of those?
You know what? I'm sure some of them did, and I'm sure eventually some of them did, and some of them probably.
My point is, it's happening every single election.
But not to the extent that the Republicans are doing it. They're terrible people for the most part.
What is your measurement for saying that, though? We're talking about the last 3 elections that Republicans won, the presidential elections. Democrats denied every single election.
January 6th.
So we're talking about a riot now. So if we're changing the subject.
What? Did she say January 6th and then walked off? What?
Talking about rioting. Are we conceding that Democrats are denying election results?
No, of course not.
Well, then let's go back to that conversation before we move on to rioting.
I'm not going to agree with you. You can be for Trump all you want over Republicans, but I'm not going to agree with you.
Is why you keep on saying Trump has nothing to do with young lady. Well, you know what? She's lived her life already. Look at her. She chilling. Her hair looking nice. You know, she cool, enjoying the beach. She's relaxed, got on her sunshades, her stunners, you know what I mean? Out there just taking in the fresh air and the vitamin D. And she's not even here half what she said. I think she's on some edibles. I think she had an edible before she came out the house. She had to.
The point I'm trying to make here.
It is.
No, I'm trying to point out that Democrats are denying election results as well.
Not to the degree and not to the extent of the Republicans.
You're right. Probably more.
No, the Democrats are like over here, and the Republicans. I mean, you're talking to somebody that was a Republican for most of her life, but once Trump and once that whole group that were so awful, that were so anti-democracy came in. I mean, it would take me a long time.
So you're just talking about one election. I'm talking about Democrats denying 2018, 2016, 2004, 2000.
I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course you are.
The current White House press secretary denied the election results of 2016 and 2018.
No, you're just making things up.
Here's a tweet from her right here.
Okay.
Reminder.
You also said Hillary
can
never
I finish?
conceded.
Can I finish,
But
please?
that wasn't true, was it? You also said Hillary never conceded. So there you go. If you want to make up
She went back on her conceding the election. Can I finish, please?
Right now, people
Can I finish?
are being because
no.
No.
The reason why I'm asking this is because there's been very clear examples of denying election results for 2018, 2016, 2004, 2000 with, I'm sure you remember...
So he's just going, listen, none of these people are going to admit to it. He's going back and forth with them, and they're not going to admit it. James, you did an excellent job, brother. But they don't want to think about that. It just is. They only want to think about the times they won and the times that their enemies cried after they got beat down by them. They don't want to hear about the times where they lost and their enemy celebrated, because they didn't hear anything about it. And the reason why they didn't hear anything about their people, well, they don't want to talk about their side going in and saying, how did they win? Oh, the reason why they won is because they played dirty. They remember all that. They know all that, but they're not going to admit it. Admitting it means that the enemy wins again. It's all about feeling good. And right now, you are the enemy. They know that you are a Republican. They know that you are conservative. They know that you support Trump. And right now, you are the enemy. They don't want to give you the satisfaction, no matter how. I don't care if you got 1,500 examples in your phone. You got 150, that's far more than enough. But they don't want to hear that, because that ruins their day. That makes them feel less than, that makes them feel unintelligent. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. At any event, that's just my point of view. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments below. And if you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully inside of the Patreon as well. Y'all have been amazing per usual, man. Love y'all. Peace out.